Hey guys, I hope today's a great day. If today's not a great day, I hope tomorrow's better for you. My name is Michael Hines. I own a company called Hynessite Imaging. A couple weeks ago, I put out a video about talking about how, girls' sports photography wasn't being covered enough. And I don't think it's just the girls' sports. I think it's all the county kids are being left out in the Tri-Cities area a lot. Unless you are a high-profile player, it's just the nature of that business, there's not a lot of kids being covered. And I don't think it's fair to the kid. I don't think it's fair to the school. They have great athletes that should be covered more. I seen a girl last year was a very good defensive player. She was probably part of the heart and soul of a team, but yet she wasn't covered enough because she wasn't scoring enough. There's more to sports than just the one that scores the most touchdowns, the one that scores the most points in a ball game, the ones that score, the most runs in a game. It's more than that, because I'll give you even another example. When I was working for a company called Your High School Sports, I went out and talked about a kid that had one eye that went to Hampton High School and had been catching balls in a ball game with one eye. He had a freak accident with his eye, and then after that, some people started covering it. But now all of a sudden, once that high hits and it starts going down, they stop reporting on it. And I understand that's part of the business, but the other aspect of it, you have so much opportunity as a media company to reach out to these kids that are interested in, because I hear it all the time, how many kids are interested on a football field, on a basketball court, on a baseball field. But we're so stuck in our mindset that we have these old ideals and not embracing the new ideals with collaborating with kids, that are willing to work. I have helped kids in the photography world to help them out a little bit because they are interested in that. Because let's face it, I'm not going to be here 200 years, so I want to give back in the community. And the only part that I think that I missed on the last video that I did, I kind of didn't think about the photographers that are out there working hard as me and doing probably a better job than me when it comes to certain things, because I only focus on the athletes at certain games per game. I also started doing a hybrid thing, but I look around and make sure there's no media sources at a certain game that I'm at before I start covering it, because I'm not going to take over their thing that they're doing. But at the same time, you look at some advanced ideals that I have is bring kids in, teach them journalism, teach them how the business works, show them how to photograph in a professional way, show them how they can do certain things that can help grow your business. And I'm a prime example of that. I didn't know anything. I didn't know jack 10 years ago. I just was so consistent and so working hard and so invested in doing this to help these kids. I knew that I could learn it. And it was a craft that I wanted to do. Yeah, being around sports all my life helped me, but this is something I wanted to do to help these kids. And I think if we would stop in this old mindset and start advancing in new ideals and new ways of thinking and help these kids. Now, there's a caveat to that. Do some of these companies, media companies, require you having a college education, and those kids need to get a college education, to be able to work for them. But you can have interns that help you all the time. There's kids that come up to me numerous games and ask me questions. And I'm not one to gatekeep, because I know my style and what I do and how I do it and what I focus on. which, like I said, I'm starting to focus more on a hybrid thing. I'm going to start doing more videos and photos at the same time. It's going to be a little bit challenging, but it's something I want to start doing. But I want to become more of a media source myself to help more people in Carter County. So, like I said, I want to apologize to the ones that, you know, I maybe didn't think about, that were out there working, but their hands are tied with the media companies that they work for, that are not allowing them to do certain things and not allowing them to work in a certain way. So, you know, but I just want to come on here, talk about this a little bit. Hope y'all have a good day. Peace and love.